Hi, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to change a light fixture. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to need some tools to get the job done. You're going to need a pair of pliers to strip the wires down, and these are different size wires right through here, so you can strip the wires without damaging the wire itself. And you're probably going to need a screwdriver or something like that to remove the old fixture on the light fixture itself. All right, now this light fixture we picked up at the local store. Not that I'm saying that this is the light fixture that you're going to be installing, but this is just a demonstration of what type of a light fixture we're going to do. And then we're going to go to the circuit breakers and we're going to click the circuit breaker off until this light turns off. That way you're not going to get a shock when you're working on it. So I'm going to go and flip the circuit breakers and I'll come right back. Okay, so now we know that the power is turned off in the fixture itself, so that you're not going to get a shock. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take down the old fixture, and then we're going to put the new fixture back in place. We're just unscrewing these little pieces right here. I loosened it. I'm not taking it out yet. Loosen this one as well. And now, as you can see, this is the wiring. We have the powers turned off already, so we're just going to unscrew this little wire nut right here, and we'll take off that wire, and then we'll take this one off. Just unscrew the cap off of it. Remember to unscrew it as counterclockwise to screw it back on as clockwise. And then we'll pull this off, and that fixture is now off. And these are our two main wires that we're going to be using to put this fixture back, the new fixture back up. All right, now our new fixture looks like it probably has a ground wire in it as well, but as you can see, this one here only had the two, so we're going to ground it actually through right here. So, all right, let me get a screwdriver. We're going to take out these two screws right here, and then we'll come right back. Okay, this is the replacement pieces that we're going to be putting back up there. As you can see, this one is a little bit different than the one that's up there right now. So we're going to take the one that's up there, we're going to remove it, and we're going to put the new screws that they provided with it through here, and we'll bolt this back up to the existing box in the house. This one is the ground screw. It's very important that you reattach to ground because that'll actually save anybody from getting a shock if there's a short at all. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to come up here. We're just going to pull these wires to the side like that. We're going to take out this screw and this screw, and we're going to remove this one right here, and we're going to take that ground wire off of here. So let me just do that. What we're going to do is we're going to loosen up this ground wire right here. You don't have to take it totally off. You just loosen it. Just like that. Now that's our ground wire. Now we're going to remove these Phillips head screws here that hold this piece up inside the ceiling right here. Now we are probably going to use these over again because these screws are different than the ones that actually belong in there. But we'll see how that goes. Okay, now we're going to put this back up here, just like this. Just taking off our lock right here. And then we're going to reconnect our ground back onto here. And as you can see, it's just a regular flat screwdriver that you're using. put your ground wire back on, and then we're just going to crimp it a little bit closed, just so it's pretty tight. And now we're going to snug our ground wire. Okay, so now our ground wire is connected back onto the unit itself. And let me get the cover and we'll put this back together. Okay, turn off. Okay, so now after we have these screws tight right here and we have our ground wire reconnected here, we are going to take these wires and we're going to take this ground and we're going to be using this one in just a minute. So for right now, we're just going to bring it off over here and we're going to leave these right here. And now, let me go down to the floor and I'm going to show you what the fixture itself looks like. I did take this ring off right here that was screwed on right there. So let's go down on the floor and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay. Now this one here, you have different lengths of rod that you can use to make the fixture as high or as shallow as you want. They have different size rods here, a 12-inch, and then they have other ones that are actually 6-inch, where you can actually just make it 6 inches in length, but it's personal preference. In this particular case, we are going to put this light up, but we're going to make it as shallow as possible. So what we're doing now is we have the actual piece that actually connects the light fixture to the piece in the ceiling, and this is what screws up into the fixture itself up top. So what we're going to do now is we're going to unscrew this piece out right here. We're going to unscrew this right here like this. Take this out like that. And now this piece will screw right on here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the wires. We're going to just open it up now. And we're just going to open them up. Now obviously, you know, these wires are very long. We're not going to be using these wires as well. But I just want to point this out to you before we go any further. This is our ground wire. These are our leads. For one is the neutral and one is the load. And as you can see, it has the L and the N. So this one is the neutral and this one is the load. Well, this one will be the black and this one will be the white. So this piece, we're going to take this off right now. I want to show you something. Now you can see, if you try to put this through here and these come off by accident, you're gonna look at these wires and say they look exactly the same. How can I possibly tell which one is which? If you look very closely, you'll see right here, there's writing on here, and that's our load, or that would be the black wire. So that's the power coming into the unit, and this is the power going back to neutral. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this, we're just gonna pull these wires like this. We're going to take this piece here that we have, and we're going to feed these wires right through it. Like I said, we are going to cut these shorter, but for now, that's my cat seeing what's going on here. All right, so this piece here has to screw on like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to feed these wires through just like this. And we'll bring this down. Now, if you are putting an extension on, you do the exact same thing. You feed the wires through the extension. And then what we're going to do is we're going to screw this piece here right onto this fixture here, just like that. Because we want to have this fixture as short as possible. Okay, just like that. And now these wires, we're going to cut these to length once we get up top. But what we're going to do now, let's go back up to the top and I'll explain to you what we're going to do up there. This is our plate that's going to go up on the top right here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to feed these wires right here through the plate like this. Okay? And now we're going to take our link that we actually put it together with. We're going to just, for demonstration, I'm going to put this up there just to see if the height is going to be the correct height. We're going to hook it on here like this. And then we're going to take this light. I just want to check the height of it, like I said. And we'll hook it on there just like this. And that is the height that we want because we actually have those crystals that hang down about 5 inches. So that's why we wanted to get it as shallow as possible here. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to come up underneath here and we're going to cut these wires so that we can accommodate the wiring up into this box right here. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to take these wires here and we need to feed them through this place, this spot right up in here. The wires need to go up and through that box. I'm going to take this off for 1 second here. Now these wires we're going to feed through here so that they come out through the top right up in there. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to tie these together a little bit right here. We will separate that in just a minute. Like this. And then we'll pull that wire back down. Feed this up. Like that. And now we're going to feed this wire as well through there. Okay, now the one with the writing on it was the one that was the load. So we're just going to make sure that these wires are twisted correctly here, like that. And we're going to connect this one to the black wire. The black wire is the one that's bringing power in. And as you can see, this is the black one right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this wire here. We're going to take it and put it on here like this. And we're just going to twist it clockwise around just like that. So it looks like this. And then we're going to screw our wire nut over the top, like that. All right, and now our wire nut is holding the wires together right now. We're just going to pull this down so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing here. Okay. Now we're going to take our neutral, which is this wire right here. This is our white one. And the white is our neutral. And if you're not sure which one is neutral and which one is, it's always black and white. Black is your hot wire and white is your neutral. So we twist them clockwise and then we take the nut, the wire nut, put it over the top. You hold the wires in your left hand and you turn the wire nut on all the way like that. So it's nice and tight. And then the last thing we're going to do is we have our ground wires already connected up to this bracket that came with it. We are also going to connect our ground wire to the other end right here. Now you can connect it up to this end, or you could just connect it up underneath there. I'm going to actually have it this way here, like this. I'm going to screw that down tight as well. Remember, it's always clockwise to tighten it, counterclockwise to take it off. And that's it, our wires are all connected. What we're going to do now is we're going to take these wires and we're going to push them up inside the box and we're going to feed these wires through there. So let's do that. Like that. And then we're going to feed these wires up through here, like that. This over the top like this, screw our lock, like that. And now these wires, you can just push them right up inside there. You see how they go up? So now we're all reconnected up. Last thing we're going to do now is we're going to take our lock clip, put it on here like this, lift this up like that, hook it on, and now we're going to feed our wires through here, like that. Now, I just want to point this out to you, and this is personal preference. I always try to take these wires and hide them the best you can. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the wires, hopefully you can see that, and we're going to take these wires and we're going to put them inside the link, just like that. So that way they're hidden more, so that way nobody will see them. And then I'm going to tilt this so you can see. And then we're going to take the lock, unscrew this, so that these pieces here now lock together. Like that. And now you can see the wires are hidden up in here. You really can't see the wires, and they go right up into the ceiling here. And the only one you're going to see is the copper-colored wire, because obviously it's copper-colored, and everything else is black. But that's how it goes, like that. And now we're going to hang our crystals around here. Okay, so these are the crystals that we're going to hang, and these are the pieces that we're going to hang through the little hole up in the top there. Now the crystal part here goes to the outside, and this part here goes to the inside. But you can see that inside the directions. One is flat and the other is tapered. The reason that it's tapered like that is to disperse the light more efficiently. And we just take them and you hook them through the little hole like that. And what I always do is bend that piece just a little bit. So I'm not going to bore you with hanging these all on there, but this is basically what you're doing. You hang them through and you bend that tab just a little bit. So let me hang all the rest of them in here, and then we'll come right back. Okay, now if we did our job correctly, we should go turn that light switch on inside, and that should turn on. So let's go turn the switch on, and you watch what's going on here. All right, so that's it. As you can see, the light fixture works okay. If it doesn't work, you want to make sure you turn your power supply off outside, turn your power breaker back off, take the unit down itself, and check your wiring, because you probably put one of the wire nuts on incorrectly, but that's pretty much it. All right, so if you follow my directions, you shouldn't have a problem. The main thing is, before you start anything, make sure your power supply is off, because the shock is not going to kill you, but it'll definitely wake you right up. So definitely make sure your power supply is off. Have your tools and everything handy so you can get started on it. And that's it. That's our finished product. And as you can see, we needed that height by the entry door, because anybody who's tall is going to wind up having a duck under it. So if you guys remember correctly, I have my helpers who are right here giving me a hand. And you can see that she is exhausted. She's just all worn out. And the other one is inside the living room. That's it. We're all set. All right. As always, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.